Do you think we're ever going to get to a point where we will need to use silver to barter?
Honestly,
Buy your gold and silver online from SD Bullion. New customers get gold or silver at spot by visiting sdbullion.com/new.
What's up, Adrian?
Hey, how's it going?
Good to see ya.
See ya. It's good. A good customer of ours here.
What was your name?
Alex?
Hey, I'm Silver Dragons. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Look at this.
Yeah, we've got some nice stackers here.
Oh, yeah. That is beautiful. So why do you like to buy the stackers? Is it just easy to store and all that, or?
Yeah, I got a bunch in the safe, and I always stack them up, and then I bump it, and it just...
Well, these are a great product. Okay, so you guys posted it on your Instagram, and then he's like, I want to buy it, and that's how it works?
Beach City Coins.
There it is.
And then it's also a big fan of these here.
Those are cool. Fun little piece of gold.
Yeah.
I'm liking this one, though.
Oh, yeah.
What is that, fatty?
Oh yeah, it's a nice one here. It's a Kilo Pap.
That is absolutely gorgeous. Look at that. That's a big piece of silver right there. Congrats on the purchase.
Thank you.
Yep. Look at all this stuff you got in stock here, Adrian.
Definitely got some stuff in. We got some fractional. We've got
Let's add some more.
333. Oh, there it is.
Oh, we got some more.
It's fresh.
So last time you had no fractional gold.
yeah, this is 20 francs from Switzerland. That's always a fun thing.
Oh, wow. You got options. So, Harry, I actually asked my wife, I said, what should I ask Harry? What do people want to know? She said, what are the top, 3 best sellers you've had in the last month? What is selling the most? Is it junk silver, coins, bars, gold, silver? What's the top 3?
Top 3, number 1 would be Buffalo rounds, 1 ounce silver rounds.
Okay.
Number 2 probably would be other government ounces like maples,
Okay.
if we could get them.
Sure.
They're always tough to find lately. And 3rd would be any ounce in gold.
Really?
Yeah.
So people, they're going for generic silver is the number 1, yeah?
Yeah.
Wow. And then you guys actually lowered your prices here.
Got to stay with the times.
You got to stay with the times. Yeah, so $28 for a Buffalo and then $30. So this was the round price a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
So they can get a Krugerrand. I mean, you got Britannias, bunch of stuff.
And all that blank space on the second shelf is going to be, we have 700 Silver Eagles coming in sometime later today,
Wow.
hopefully this morning.
Yeah, that'll be cool.
Yeah.
So, but the Eagles are not one of the top 3 sellers, yeah?
No, because the premium's still very high.
Yeah, you guys are at $39 for the Eagles.
Yeah.
So you say people are mostly going for the generics, then they'll go for the government mint, and then gold. That's really interesting.
Yeah, gold, for those who can afford it, we just can't keep it in stock.
Yeah, there was a guy just in here a few minutes ago who bought an ounce, yeah?
Yeah, about an ounce and a 10th ounce.
Well, I mean, it's nice to see you guys have a little bit of fractional because I know it moves so fast. But as we talked about, I think in the last video, the premium's higher on that. It's not the best to buy.
It's not, but it's sometimes what people can afford. If they
Yeah.
want entry-level gold, at a price that's somewhat affordable, then you go with a 10th or even a quarter ounce. But Adrian has advised people many times, better to save up to get that ounce than to spend, $500 per ounce premium. When you get, accumulate 10 of these, you paid way too much.
Yeah. Yeah, I just did a video on that a few days ago. And I was talking about how when I first started stacking, my first piece of gold was a 10th ounce. And I felt like I should have just saved up. So you obviously agree with that.
Yeah, I mean, so it kind of comes down to what your budget is.
Yeah.
But I always say if you can be a little more patient and just wait for that ounce, just do it. You'll be happier in the long run.
It's always going to be about 5 times the premium of an ounce to get a 10th ounce, no matter what the gold price is doing.
Right.
And so, relatively speaking, it's just a bad move. It's also a bad move, I think, when people say, well, I want to get some 10th ounce if I need it for barter. Because for barter, this is still, $250 in one coin, where you can go to the Constitutional and get a silver dime or quarter that would get you, some groceries without having to spend $250.
So if people are stacking to barter, you pretty much always push them towards the junk silver.
Almost always, unless they just want even numbers, then back to the generic rounds, the best sellers.
Do you think we're ever going to get to a point where we will need to use silver to barter, or?
Honestly, I hope not. Our society would be in really bad shape. And I actually don't think it's ever going to happen. It's not good for business to say that, because I know a lot of viewers, have that mindset. But I think that so few people own this sort of thing that I don't know that there'd ever be a market for it out there, except between people that know the metals.
We keep it real. Like with Harry, we don't try and fearmonger it. But if you need it, it's there. But, it just comes down to, like you said, if we are at the point where we need a barter for stuff, everything else is going to be in a pretty bad shape.
So if people are worried about, like, SHTF, and they're really scared about what could happen, silver is a great thing to have in your back pocket, obviously. But probably you should have food and all these other supplies first, yeah? I mean,
food and water, ammunition if you have weapons.
Yeah.
Seeds, maybe to grow food in a real bad situation.
Yeah.
When people ask me, do you think we'll ever need this? I give them my honest opinion, and that's no.
Right.
But I think sometimes my opinion's more of a hope than any basis in reality. I don't know. I really don't know.
Yeah, well, it's impossible to predict the future, so all we can do is plan ahead and hope for the best,
Hope
right?
for the best, plan for the worst, as you said.
Yeah. So what would you say about, like, the 10-ounce bars and some of the bigger bars? Because I know you have some of these in stock. They're priced similar to the rounds, yeah?
They're $28 an ounce, so...
I mean, these are very cool. I know some people would probably rather get the rounds. I honestly would rather get the rounds, but these are very beautiful bars.
I'll tell you, these have been popular too, and I think you may have seen these already, but these are the Nader bars that are carded and with a serial number, which is an unusual thing to see on most 1-ounce bars.
It's interesting. Last time I was here, you had a lot more than this.
Yeah.
So obviously they're selling.
They are.
They're very popular. I mean,
Very much so.
It comes with an assay card and security features. I mean, it's a win-win bar if you ask me.
Yeah. Do you think most people prefer to get the rounds over the bars because just the shape, or is it half and? What do you think?
It's not half and half. It's way more on the rounds.
Really?
I think they look like coins, and so the mindset is silver coins and gold coins. But then there's people who just got to have bars, period.
Yeah.
We've had orders for both people that I only want bars, and we order them their bars, and I only want rounds, and we get them their rounds. That's the beauty of this. You can collect it in any way, any form that you want.
Well, that guy that was just in here a little bit ago, he was buying those bars, and he said that's what he prefers. So just for some people, it's a preference.
It is, and there's nothing. They're the same price. That's the same precious metal. Just a matter of preference. But if I had to say, rounds outsell the bars quite a bit. This is based on the old Buffalo nickel, and it's an extremely popular design. And also the Aztec rounds have been selling really well for us. Yes, we call it a generic, but it's as nice looking as some of the fancier rounds out there.
Why do they call these generics? I mean, is it just because it's not a coin? Is it?
It's not denominated. I mean, it's more designed after the I think it's the Mexican Cuauhtémoc. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And it's got the Aztec calendar on the back.
So I know people are going to ask, and we kind of touched on it, but we got silver rounds and bars, and then we have the government and specialty ounces here. So what is the difference, I guess, between a round and a coin? Where do you draw the line?
Well, a coin is whatever country issues it, it's issued under the authority of that government. For instance, these are the Cook Islands, and they are denominated in their country $1. So it's legal tender in that country. The same way, if you look at the Maple Leafs, these are denominated as $5 in Canada.
Okay. So to be a coin, it has to have a denomination.
Correct.
You need to be able to spend it as a currency in some country.
Yes, and to put a denomination on a generic round would be counterfeiting in the eyes of a given government, and it's illegal.
The fact that it has a denomination, like you mentioned, these are $5, doesn't necessarily mean it's $5 more than a round. The denomination is sort of irrelevant because the silver price is over $20 an ounce right now.
For example, these here denominated.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a $5 coin.
Yeah, $5,
But it's
over 200.
50, yeah.
$250.
Yeah.
But it gives it credibility, and in some people's eyes, it's a government that made it, not a private refiner, and therefore has just a little bit more cachet or credibility.
So people trust the coins a little bit more, you think?
Some do, and some have to have eagles, even if their price is $11 more than a silver round. They've got to have U.S. eagles, and that's fine. We meet people where they are.
Yeah. I mean, I don't have to have eagles, but I think the price is at a point where I would say, yeah, the generics, the other coins, those are all better options. And it sounds like you guys agree too.
Totally, yeah. And if someone's new, no one's going to regret starting out with a Buffalo round at $28 versus, say, a $200 Marvel comic round that is a collectible, and they don't know anything about silver, and they're looking for guidance. I'd feel bad about putting someone into a product like that initially.
Yeah. When I first started, I literally only bought silver rounds. My first 20 ounces of silver were all rounds. And I only had enough money to buy like one at a time. Yeah. I would literally go down to the coin shop, get one round, and stack it up that way. So if people out there don't have a lot of money and they want to stack, that's what I did. And it sounds like that's what you would encourage people to do as well.
And we do.
Yeah.
That's the one thing here with Harry that I've learned from him. It's when somebody comes to him and, hey, I'm looking to invest in silver. He takes his time and just breaks it down to them. It's like, gets them educated to see, because sometimes people come in and they don't know what they want. And it's our job to say, hey, well, let's break this down. Let's see what your end goal is, what you're trying to get, what you're trying to do. And, when somebody leaves out of here, our goal is to have them educated in what they just purchased.
Or perhaps don't purchase anything the first time. There's always more of this stuff.
That's true.
Just talk to us, and when you're comfortable, then buy something.
Yeah.
So there's no regrets.
Yeah. And you guys, last time I was here, were working on the other room.
Yes.
And you're going to be selling stuff online, but it's up and running now, yeah?
We're on Whatnot. We're there Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday as of now. So we're starting doing that. Shows start at 12 noon. So yeah, go ahead and join us there. Whatnot, our name on there is Beach City Coins. And it's awesome. It's been a lot of fun.
That's awesome that you guys are able to expand, from just the brick and mortar to more online. It's really
Would you
great.
like to see the progress? Adrian and Mike have been doing a great job next door. You want to take a
We
look?
can go check it out?
Please.
Yeah, let's go check it out. Wow, this is so much different than last time I was here.
Yeah, no, we've got our Whatnot set up here, and I do a little bit of Instagram sales and all. But yeah, just stuff that comes in. It's still a work in progress. We get stuff that comes in. This is stuff that will be processed today. For example, stuff that we bought here over the weekend. We process it here and just kind of go from there. We get some slabs.
So this is all stuff that you're going to sell on the channel?
On Whatnot, yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's cool. And
And
then,
everything starts at $1. But yeah, we set everything up here before our lives, and we sell in here. It all goes into our little stations here for packing. We've got our shipping station, so kind of an assembly line. Starts there, goes here,
and then eventually goes out the door.
goes out the door. Yeah.
Well, hey, you guys have come a long way. This is very, very impressive. So well done, Adrian.
Thank you very much.
You got a great setup back there, Harry. Everything's looking awesome.
Thank you. Yeah, Adrian and Mike worked really hard on it, and as you saw, they're live and working it now.
Yeah, they're literally auctioning off stuff right now.
Paying the
so.
rent for the new section. Yeah.
Well, it was great seeing you. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Silver Dragons.
Yep, we'll see you again
soon.
next time.
Stay well.